Boy magana funyina juma makwaba de mobile TV XYZ any power 97.9 FM Radio XYZ 93.1 FM so ene eye match obusumi ni that so enuma na jufa no sebrem Kasiebo na yede erebramo ewo yen studios aye wona ma 37 na Beberson Street so Accra Kasiebo e bekwa kofa voter power so 94.1 Global FM ewo ho sharp ewo takra den suma FM won krankwanta buem ewo jasi kan jinyami wo sampa nananom ewo hafo go so Western Radio waziama lembele KFM wo Pazanglege FM wo Bole Vinci Radio ni TV ewo dunkwa onofin Atom Local FM wo Asasitro High Radio ewo Bechem Radio SM online.com ni apo 68 FM wo Virginia USA tuning Power 97.9 Desi Radio ewo Etley Adam for Power Radio or Power G Life Radio or UK OPD Radio so our UK my XYZ online.com multi TV digibox so radio channel XYZ so Kasiebo enam ho uko Facebook ya streaming live ewo honom ya wo Power 979 efe TV XYZ Ghana YouTube XYZ Broadcasting Loud Silence Television ewa America brochimemu so Kasiebo enam ho uba Ghana memo kopu pusigam potema honom na wimpan sampa within FM4 wobutu Kasiebo won afebi enfifi matem Rich FM ena shaman potem so ye wonyansa po FM bono potem ye bono FM 107.5 FM ho so Kasiebo enam Sunset Radio Kasiebo enam honom enefe ukọ takwa ene potem so a Kasiebo enam honom ne bedi mu akotimbi eni
ane awabeto jasa Ghana mampanyi ahye sensa sibia eya asweya ehwa mono nsam so atese nipa bi awakwagene yensanda ne nyina ensama asweya no ebium
Omampanyin abedi echiri di nsa bia to gwachirem se hu behia yie papa se hu mesua mu nsam no ebetimi atoto ne ma ne ngatire omo na mpuntu otumi aba oman
Saso ana chief of staff adi atudwa se Ghana mampanyi enso ejina na so de jene so behwe na Ghana bambon sam no so no ne nyina timi akwenti bambon sam na ese dwumeku awodo no ye kom adi abom na ese ya hwe sebebua na Ghana bambon no ebejina ne nanso
Doctor ani ding edi esiama no da eye BOG ano Bank of Ghana no di nsema to gwachirem se one headquarters di da no kamia se wodi adwuma enyeye
Sanso anene jese yadi abasobo ama abanse wamodi esim konya twatwa adwene se Ghana betimi akonanim
Dr. Eja Sipa Yanke Bribia Besinko ono no be chief executive officer Edima Ghana Gas di nsema to gwachirem se adwenkyira horo a aba ewo economic dialogue ni mu no obehwe se wodi be adwuma na tumi abua Ghana mpuntu etumi aba
Saso ana assembly members Ghana so dia basobo ma yewa John Dramani Mahama say waka so behwe na assembly members no say allowance bi ni ade ye de amemomo
Osofo no hwa akwanti hu nsem so ne wakobo mpempe ewo akwan ahoro a yeriye ewo nkramanta masene be a wo bewie ne tempa so na Ghana fo akona abedi hu sem etumi akonkan amayen
Saso ana mikasejese timi apa nipa ofro behwe na school feed no nsensem nyina dwumadie no atimi akosinti we no deputy coordinator edie no beye na school feeding so atimi akonka hosem obeti Kasiebo yi emu nsem
afoforo eka yini mo ho ena nuanom be no yangatena se yare baba kinkan edi amamusa Kasiebo na nyumeku bi adaroma ena edi Kasiebo yi ebremo
Nimekuwa esuasi ebi eye mensa kame pacho modern se obetwe binyamikopon ya adom ochina wosuwetimi enye sikabum saso na Ruta natural product ekutiemu Sabasha Bar Center na Hispanic garlic mixture ne capsules so eka with 3p garlic mixture so eka saso na Little George esiemu de denden Kasiede ebremo na Famika se Moses Clinic and Prostate Center nkopon ya adom ochina a free screening so odbeshe so di amesa so na so obia bo modern so beko Moses nice wetimi aboa na pomodon so matimi akoso yem fast da ne bi so mahaksa mixture ne capsules ekutemu power specialist herbal hospital also ebu echidom so na Ostek real estate so account bi edu herbal clinic let's talk educational consult so madikasie ebrem so na solar natural clinic so ekutemu de dendi akasie yade ebremo
akenkanfo eyeme akra kofi dakon mene
akuya krantema
Kasiebo no emu ichirim ankasa enikwa ekwasom
yɛhyɛ ensɛm no asedia na ɛsɛmne no ɔsɔfo ɔhwɛ amonone ensɛm so yɛwura okugyato ablakwa ɛde atodwa na wakyerɛm sɛne no Ghana mampanyi yɛwura John Dramani Mahama ahyɛ sɛ ɔmonhwɛ sɛ Ghana nsase bi a ɛyɛ asoɛyɛ a ɛhwɛ amonone nsɛm so deɛ nipa bi ɛne nnwumakuo bi awakɔtɔ ne afi asoɛ ne nsa no yɛmmɔde ahwɛ sɛ bɛdane ne nyinaa ɛde ama asoɛ no abiam saa nsɛm ɔwura okugyato ɛde todwa ɛwɔ ne Facebook page a ɔkyerɛm sɛ wenu ayanamompa hebetimi abosansene no Ghana nsase no ababeto dwa se nipa bi ese ewo abandade ne mu ene nwumakuo bi afom omatoto ne se edonko mebo etufo bo pa na se omacha mom ho enti se dia ye de ose agije na yetimi aboa sebe na asoye hwa amono ne nsam so ne nwumadi bi a so de obenya nsase no so no wonya bi na odie di se adwumadi na ochirem se wo hwe nsase na se ne nyina no ebi ewo eye airport nchen ho se ne nyina o na so madanda ni nyina hede amo meyi na babe yo man ajapade asoye a ehwa mono ne nsam so na ajapade a se danko bi ohia asase ede de dwuma bi aso a obetimi anya bi ntam so ede aboa na dwumadi nso no akoso wano ede ama Ghana de hye nyina
Yantu Kasiebo no so na Ghana mampanyin abedi echiri eye obimfo na na Jane Opoku Agimang odi nsema to gwa chirem se Ghana fo nyinara elefi abang no obi biara be na afa mudu se ne be Ghana humesua betumi afa neta mapa efra na omang no etumi etumpong ewo humesua afemo omampanyin abedi echiri di nsema to gwa ne de yara ewo Accra International Conference Center wo bra na nkasa odi anim na Ghana mofra a woriko suku na mprempren won abo baso wo mu dodo eye eduonum ebien ewo Ghana memwa no chim safi a etwem no wokotwa BC no ade se won agbo homodi ye papapa honom na Ghana mampaninga bedi eche orekasa ewo dwumedi na ase no chim se awofo adosuafo ene obi biara ewo na famudi a wo se wo ye se ne be ya Ghana humesua ebetumi akonanim.
Those who didn't make it today, you can make it tomorrow. So don't give up. Keep learning. Aim for excellence. You will get there. And as I used to tell my students on campus, you shoot for the moon. And if you don't get to the moon, make sure you land among the stars. I want to acknowledge our performers. Look, such talent, and every talent is important. Whatever we can do that support others, that make others happy in the positive sense, is a blessing. So keep that one also in your minds. I have heard the speakers come in various languages, and they respectfully made their requests known about protection, about good health. But what I found most important was their own admission that there was a role they had to play too. I think it's a lesson for all of us. Even as we make demands, we also know we have roles to play. So I want to thank our children for reminding us that we all have a responsibility to build the Ghana we want together.
Yi Ghana mampanyin abedi echiri obimfo na Jane Opoku Agimang.
Yatwa and some so na yakwenu sameka say no chief of staff Owura Julius Dabra edia tudwa na wachirem se Ghana ban yewura John Dramani Mahama edia monim sede o shebo so obehwe se bambo dwumako ni nyina no omenya akade de ayadwuma no obehwe na watimi en pepepe sansam no onsisa na dwuno obeto saa edi amom de sansam tudwa na ochirem se wasira pa se bambo dwumako no so no da no fom mode ehwe se nia esefata wo so ye nyina no omeye etimi aboa na adwuma no etimi akonko de sansam tudwa wo mbroko pie mu ewo eye bema camp eye matriculation dwumadia na nation college ewo Nation College of Defense Studies hono de sansem no ekotudwa
to ensure that our armed forces and MDAs are equipped with the requisite human resources at the strategic level to navigate the complex challenges of the contemporary global landscape. I am aware that only a select few have the opportunity to undergo strategic level training at home or abroad because running such courses are very expensive and, more importantly, reserved for only the best. It is in light of the very few vacancies we could assess abroad and the cost of training overseas, that as a nation we decided that it was time to establish our own defense college to mitigate the challenge of cost and provide the opportunity to more of our best to attain the level of training before we thrust them into positions and roles that demand high level of skill sets. It has also provided an opportunity to extend this level of training to our counterparts from the MDAs in conformity with best practices at prestigious defense and war colleges around the world. I am also glad to hear that from a maiden course capacity of 19 participants only, all from Ghana, you have increased participation to 25, including 3 allied officers. Let me use this occasion to extend a warm welcome to our brothers from the various allied countries. I wish you a successful, enjoyable, and eventful year in Ghana. More importantly, I urge you to take this study seriously because of the potential effect it will have on your career path.
Anwachi osanso adeto omanya kwenda ebejentie asuade ehone so monhwe na se eye nyomo babesua no omani enku na fenso kura no monhwe so betimi aboa na nsem de se yetu trust betimi ha omayi ewo bambo nsem no omuntimi enso na fenso omonhwe se Ghana yebekoso enya asumdwe.
As you go through this training, I want to remind you of contemporary threats posed by terrorists and violent extremist groups in our sub-region and beyond. The Ghana National Security Strategy document recognizes these existential security challenges, which also include climate change, youth unemployment, poverty, illegal mining, and vigilantism, among others. To tackle these security challenges, Ghana's National Security Strategy emphasizes the crucial role of enhancing regional cooperation, intelligence sharing, and capacity building. It also mentions the significance of strengthening border security, improving governance structures, and promoting social and economic development to address the root causes of these challenges. It is for this reason that I consider the theme for course 225, which is Smart Governance for Sustainable Development, apt and timely. The team provides a framework for all scholarly and research discussions for your course. Government expects that at the end of this program, you would have identified the problems and profess innovative solutions for your institutions and government. My dear participants, I expect the college to equip you with the knowledge and skills to safeguard our nation's peace, security, and development.
Aniamuti aye Chief of Staff Ora Julius Dabra Anamuteni Kano.
Governor Dima Yam Bank of Ghana Dr. Johnson Esiama edin sem atugwa chrem se one headquarters de down no asabre wonye adwuma wo holo mu biom no chrem se honom emprempren de wode toto ne ewo ho yi hu a ebe den se obetimi akoho akoye adwuma sank se ni state no na se ne tibia mu sem se ne ete ankasa no nya de se eye wo betumi akoye adwuma ewo ho Dr. Esiama de nsem tugwa ne de yara wo bra kopem wo parliament no okọ kire nsem mu ede kire won ewo eka Ghana fo ye boy
Mr. Speaker, the discussions around a new headquarters for the Bank of Ghana date back to 2011 when the board at the time considered acquiring land for the project. However, the board at the time could not settle on a specific location until its tenure ended. Mr. Speaker, even in 2016, when I was a deputy governor, the same issue was being considered. However, we could not settle on an appropriate location. In 2019, under a new board of the Bank of Ghana, a structural integrity audit was conducted. And this showed that the existing head office, which was built in the late 1950s, had developed significant structural defects and was no longer fit for purpose. Mr. Speaker, we have provided a copy of this document also on the structural integrity audit that was conducted in 2019. Following this, Mr. Speaker, the Board of Directors at that time approved the development of a new corporate headquarters, citing security, operational efficiency, and long-term institutional needs as key factors.
Osang etuaso echirem se bra wo fiase se obekwa si one headquarters fufure no na wokoye public procurement authority for on one enyangita hudi no nanka was a one headquarters no anka be cost Ghana ni wa otuato no baye $81.8 million echire no esang wo revise no a woye niam wie nyina no o say esang ekodru eye $121.1 million na ne nyina kanfu ya no angsana ono obabe sombiom se obeye young governor of Bank of Ghana no Dr. Siama HM sa bank dida no sika wo mu say no eye $222.8 million angsana sa headquarters yi won etumiesi.
Mr. Speaker, the project was initially valued by the PPA at $81.8 million but later increased to $121.1 million after the Bank of Ghana requested for re-evaluation. This was revised again to $222.8 million, and I'm just rounding off, Mr. Speaker, after the redesign and inclusion of building management systems. Mr. Speaker, there were also statutory requirements, security needs, and sustainability considerations. As a result, the total project cost increased to $261.8 million. Mr. Speaker, as of February this year, a total of $230 million approximately has been paid towards the project, with an outstanding balance of $31.8 million to be paid to the contractor.
Dr. Johnson Siama eye governor ewo Ghana yang eye sikakrabe abiatang Bank of Ghana.
Na wasa aye dwumadie na se okopie mu amrache badwafie no osanso ade tudwa echirem sasa wo hwa na se fiti aye February bosumi 2025 mo hwe sika Bank of Ghana na se watua e wasa edan headquarters ni ti ho a beye $230 million ana se watua ni nyina na se yede aye sa headquarters no eno e pound so chirem sa sanso akasika boten beye $31.8 million a eno so wo mutua e de ma aye contract no oru Siama esanso ade tudwa na ochirem sa wo hwa na se ni nyina mu no se wo hwa sika wo so mutua to ne ade levies na ene tax ahodo no ene so mutua aye $48.3 million se sika ne bi ompa sa so ana wo hwa se aye ICT ehun sensem network ni ade wo so mu nyina no ene so mutua $8.6 million se se aye dollars ni nyina dollars so se mutua sa se dan kura no hunsi no omunye enwie no so de okaye ebi eni.
Mr. Speaker, a total of $48.3 million has been paid in taxes and levies that were related to the construction. Mr. Speaker, beyond the core building, separate contracts were awarded for other infrastructure. These include ICT systems and network infrastructure, which was awarded at a cost of $8.6 million, integrated electronic security systems, which was also awarded at a cost of $15.8 million, and furniture and furnishings that was also awarded at $11.1 million. Mr. Speaker, these elements were included to ensure that the bank operates in a secure and technologically advanced environment.
And what you are saying so added to your HM social, a dear Monsieur no Christ, or Monsieur Demiesa, na just a woman in a cabuma, nice or more, we bear 98%.
Occupation of the building. Yes, my predecessor moved into his office before he left office. Why? Because this was allowed under the contract. Remember, the project is about 98% complete. It's almost done. And so my predecessor moved in, and therefore when I took over, I had no choice but also move into it whilst we continue all the other processes.
Na we anensama Dr. Johnson Asiama aditu dombra okopie awombra shebedwefie.
Yantua Kasiebo no sonko insemfoforo emu kan kwankyerefo panyin a obeda Ghana Gas ano eja George Sipa Yankee dog ekanede ne ho na odiofre akwa ma bankse adwenkyere enefei nia omafo nyina aka ewo nra adwumadi a wode ba na wie a no ye economic dialogue no emu no abambo modern so de nyina be ye adwuma esanse oye ne sa ebetumi aboa ma Ghana yang sikasem betumi abegina ne nanso eja George Sipa Yankee din samitu gwa wabra on the TVXYZ Kasiebo, every chicken como, away to Medinasi.
These recommendations, which will have profound and consequential impacts on the economy, should not be shelved or not put in the shelf. We have to implement them. The only problem we have is that we have good ideas, good programs, good everything, but implementation then becomes a problem. It's my advice that all of us, not only government and the whole city, because this is a national program, and now should work together, contribute a bit to ensure that we implement them. And I'm sure that after 2 years, in the course of the implementation of this of the results of the dialogue, you will see a massive improvement in the economy. Time will be the enemy now. But I'm sure within 2, 3, 4 years' time, the impact of today's dialogue, these 2 days dialogue, will manifest very clearly.
Dr. George Sipa Yankee oye kan kwankyerefo panyin obeda Ghana Gas ano.
Some so na yenye nimsa Ghana na yesika sami ade nyina no enya de se tweye nam so mese de nefo bi si ho se adwumadi soronko ade asase adwatwa kwan a ye betimi abo na ewie no nipa bi ekopie mu adwumadi na asab modern a so omodun susuyi ato apan nim na asab adwumadi no koso no yenu abe ma Kofi Abrante kopie ase oto ama ne bono so ama yen
and give us the power and the mandate to govern them. They expect us to govern in their best interest and not to serve our personal interests.
Is our economy diversifying? Yes or no? The data is there. We can track it. Are we export competitive regionally and globally? Yes or no? We have the data, and we're already collecting all of this data. Are we productive? Does an investor actually have the incentive to invest in Ghana because our productivity levels are robust and high enough and cost effective?
There are ways in which we can quickly improve our sovereign debt rating, which is currently in default. And so the committee is willing to sit with you, with the central bank, and see how we can quickly bring back confidence, not just for domestic investors, regional investors, and international investors around our government's sovereign rating.
The macroeconomic difficulties have reflected in rapid depreciation of the exchange rate, persistently high inflation, high interest rates, rising non-performing loans in the banking system, which have driven weak credit expansion, ultimately resulting in subdued real economic growth.
And what was very worrying is the fact that the electricity they put into the market, they only recover or are able to get 62% of the value. The question which arises is where does the 38%? And if we get a 38%, what impact will it make on tariff determination as well as managing the 1 billion that we throw away every year?
We have reason to believe that the law we already have on the ground regarding the vatable component of real estate may come back. But if it will, then the team agreed with the proposal by Grida that it should be graduated and that those infrastructure relating to housing 50,000 and below should be 0 rated, whereas the rest are graduated from 1% upwards to 5%. We have the table of what the amounts are, and we shall make it available.
Na jese dwumadie no ebe wianua be ma Kofia Brantie kopie mu awase ne nsema course obobo no bi na yati.
Yes, streaming live for Facebook. Your Power 97 and FA TVXYZ Ghana. Yentu Kasiebo no so enko insemfufru emo. Osuafo no no hwa kwan na FA akwantipon nsem so. Kwame Abuja Gavins. Ne dey okobo mpempe ewa kwan ahoro bi a woriyɛ na bepim sabre wonwieye ewo nkramantama na bia okoye no ofanko kopim nsamwam kwantipon no so FA tema ene aprao ene tema kopim akosombo akwan a woriyi ewo ho. Na opening out no ye engineer wode nsamwam ni ofanko kwantipon no ache nsem so hwe no nye infama ye na Ghanafo akona bedi unsem entumi konkan infama ye Owura David Thomas Arthur edi nsem bi etu nsem twrefo eni wo bra osuafo ekopuemu ewo ho.
Early this January, the certificate number 6 rate which we are chasing, to get this push to higher levels. Not that the works actually stalled in November. He's talking about the pace. The pace slowed down. That one we agree. But we're trying to get the schedule number 6 to get the logistics to support us more. But meanwhile, there are some particular areas which are creating problems. For instance, he mentioned the kilometer 0 where we were doing the transition from the main road into the service road, which we have managed to clear. Now there are 1 or 2 issues ahead there which we look at the Togut area to manage to do the maintenance, to get relief for the motorists. But there are 1 or 2 beyond Bobima. That's where we have some maintenance problems to do, and we have even started grading, and we need some further support to get the gravel to do the repair works.
Owura David Thomas Arthur openinga ye kono ho ebisa awon ene yede nsamwam ne ofanko kwantibo ya shebon sema ono no ohwe Maripoma engineer so na nuachi na osuafo kirem se adwumadi akwan a wori ye na asabre atwentwene nan ase no se hawadwene ye pa.
Like the president said, more than 90% of contractors who have got projects are not on site. But many of them have gone beyond a year or so for not being paid before the works reduced. So I'm saying this simply because you are saying you suspended work. The consultant says the pace of your work reduced in November. Initially said you stopped. Now you try to rationalize it by saying you reduce the pace of the work. Then you put in a claim in January. It is not yet 90 days. So there's no point of you have actually not been paid, because by law, I'm not saying that you necessarily be paid within 90 days, but we have 90 days to think about mobilizing the resources for you, even within this difficult economic climate. So I'm asking, the 90 days hasn't even expired, so why did you have to slow down so significantly?
Kwame Abuja Gavins osuafo hwa kwan ne fe akwantipon nsem so.
Yantu asona yankwe nyine nimsa nano Ghana mampanyi Owura John Dramani Mahama ekopiemu ewo embrashi badwefie na okenkan tibia Ghana menyi ewo modi tudwa ni susue bi ne se omahwe aboa nanka assembly members no yetimi amomo allowance kakra na hwomu nkran atimi ayadwona small no aboso no so no omani atimi awie pede na ene sanseminti nam so assembly members bi edi abasobo pa adwempa ena se Owura John Dramani Mahama enya omom de eye abasobo amano unless donko etwansemi so edi amayen
Asamra man adwuma ye adwuma ayedin ye pa anam say Ghana mampen His Excellency John Dramani Mahama why evident no or to just say dem no nim say adwuma na ayedinti se yankopɔ ya adona Ghana for ama na kwanje ne bi mu a yade a or the bibi te say allowance e de mama asanu manfo sana be ya adwuma mu di no etum akoso yi eno nam so mama kɔ eye asanu manfo bi nkyɛn no makɔ akudi nkomo bi so mo say na Ghana mampen kan a wasansi su bi mu no omo gye ne sa no mo kyerɛ sɛ omo de na ase yi papa
nyame bukwani in fact to the American challenges in the yakade bobo anu motu mejembe fudo ma bobo amade achi because asem members dey ye bra papa or ye bra say yen aban mo so do so ya say ye hu so na yɛde mpaebɔ kyerɛ ma bɛka no yɛde bɛta no akyi
because me gyina say no mentimi nka sɛ me political party wenti sɛ president Ednis boss so na me ni ngene sɛ me yɛbɛyie was ni ne yɛni agye ɛbɛ help yɛ ɛbɛ boost yɛ to the a level bi a sɛ bi yɛbɛtumi ɛyɛ how no be free so bɛ ebi a yɛn sɛ na hu amount na me de bɛmba as allowance no but I think say once it impo it will do something better for us
the pa say GM aka asem to see because here assembly members no ye bre pa ye bre nti say papa no aka say bema ye allowance dia ye nije emo ye best no say na be ya obeye no ntem because ye bre
Alex Donko TV XYZ Power FM News Kaswane Nempotem Central
na yenua bema Alex Donko amaniebo ena motinese assembly members no amoso mani jehopa ba mum no yewura mahama enye ne ntem ebeba ntini nyina kakra munya wotrema no
Honorable Frederick ahenkwa mrahye begwani madehia won ewo Jama North abato mpesua so odinsema to gwa chim se NPP aban won anhye danfa contract bi amfa ma obi biara se onsiesia kwan a enye ewo mpotem titiru nea ekwakopom wo sampa mpotem opani di nsemi to gwa wobra one menua PSC okra eretwetwe nkomo ewo dwabo ase adwumade so na de yara no chim se hu behia ye pa se aban foforo aben no wobetu anamon se ne be akwan a ewo sampa mpotem no wobetimi aye ediama ni manfo
enti se ye kwan no ye ba be ye contract fufuro ama obi abakwan no so na che se yiwa John Dramani Mahama na ban ene di ekwan no mu bi ede ebe ma contract enti mo se contractor na free kwan no so for some time now at least anko ye adwuma ese so water kwan no so ene hu nkro ne ba but why you be na sebi aboa no yesi obi awura mu ni bia enko wie ya yesan pian fufuro eden ehwem so this is the situation on ground so ayewo omu be fra kunya so after elections now omu be handing over no afi no omu sha ase a no omu formalize that contract no ye de ni say ye be appeal to aban no na yesema ede adana kuma so se ne be ya akwan no
road minister kasa ona ba abuja
eguso ena me ye kwan no wo hwe big push na it is captured under the big push sa $10 billion big push na aban ye kwan no e ka hu bi but as to say nintem no ena eguso a ye ka hu asem ya call contractor no ho ye
eyi Honorable Frederick ahenkwa mrahye begwani madehia won ewo Jama North abato mpesua so
ya twaso na yakọ ensem fofromu ene pania ya pa no so mehwe Ghana school feeding program no eso Mami Felicia bo bote edi atudwa na wachirem se o mehwe se school feeding no omu beye ni yo mehyemu kena na etimi aboa na ese nkwada na nya aduane papa so che se aduane a protein wom enya aduane asabi udia miake mami keke no friend mami keke na ese odia akoda bi na ese nuane nduro wom a ema nkwara na etimi agina mo nanso na ese omko classroom se ya kiro madia omo na be na akwara de ne yam esa akwatena se ya kire na de enko yie enko kora te se onhu enti o mehwe na school feeding no omo etimi aye ni nsema odi tudwa omra na ese one nsem twafo twen komo no mama yentie bi
ansa na betumi aye saade nyama we nyina ewo this organization mu ebe ma organization atumpo ma yati nyina yen ka say yes saade we agi say ye involve caterers qualified caterers na ye mom training in a way how betumi anu say sebio under school feeding ewo Dramani mama abreso no nkwala no benya proper nutrition a emma nkwala no nya yare ani ehun kika ho se oba bi tu anamopa ese mma nyina ye den enka ne ho na ye hu yi o ma beka abehye ye numnya ewo ye ministry ha no yesu ye ndani ye chi mo ye ni omu nyina beka abom na ya make sure say the policy ay school feeding no nyina ye be implement to the grassroots se na be ya awufo nyina benya so mfaso nkwala nyina benya so mfaso na Ghana for nyina so ay den anya so mfaso na the Ghana we all want resetting Ghana ni Ghana we all want to know will come to stay.
Aniamuti aye Mami Felicia Bote ono aye deputy jese aye coordinator ma Ghana school feeding program no.
yɛbɛkɔ akɔpua mu ɛwɔ sɛhwi na ɛhɔnom na amanebo a yɛnsa ka kyerɛm sɛ ɔmanfo ne fekuafo a wɔn ɛwɔ hɔ ɛrekyerɛm sɛ wɔn sase a yɛne mu ɛreka sɛ no nnwumaku bi a yɛfrɛ mo sɛ Gensa Energy fo abɛgye ɛfiri wɔn sɛm from 2019 bɛpem saa bere no nneɛma a wɔhwɛ anim sɛ nka wɔbɛtumi ayɛ ama wɔn sɛ bi a mpata sika bi a wɔde bɛma wɔn no wɔmfa ma yɛn nti adehye srɛ aban foforɔ aba yi sɛ nto anamɔ mfa ma wɔn nti saa deɛ a anhwɛ yɛ a ne yɛbɛte no ɛbɛyɛ asɛm foforɔ
na Gensafo no bae no wɔn ɛbɛyɛ wɔn yade no yɛ wɔ kuafo bi a yɛnam nipa bi enum ɛna wɔn ne yɛ di nsawoso sɛ wɔn hia sɛ ɛho hia sɛ de egya ɛbɛkɔ fuom because of sɛ wɔn power no ekyirigya ntima yɛ mfa egya nkɔ hɔ ntete saa de a wɔyɛ ahohoshen a yɛfrɛ nana obi wɔn to nsa frɛ no sɛ kuafo no ɔmfrɛ wɔn na wɔn ne wɔn hyia na saa nkorɔfo no afuo no wɔn susu ni nyinaa ɛnam egya nti a wɔn si afuo no mu bi wɔn hyɛ na wɔtwe mienu sɛ wɔn de yɛsika bɛma yɛn yɛatwe wɔn atwe a ɛyɛ mfie 6 nti wɔn susu afuo na yɛ 16th March 2019 na wɔtwe mienu a wɔn hyɛ sɛ wɔn bɛtwe yɛsika no ɛne deɛ mɛka kyerɛ wɔ yi ama yɛabrabɔ ɛne yɛ masukuu ɛne yɛ yirenom yɛ nyinaa akɔ ne basaa
eyi owura Joseph Amoa ɔyɛ ɛyɛ concerned citizens school a wɔn ɛwɔ sɛhwe potem ɛna mote nene no na ɛno akyi akuafo bi nso a wɔkyerɛm sɛ saa Gensa Energy fo abɛgye wɔn sase ne bi abɔ so a saa bere wɔn buafu ɛne yɛn ama ne bɔ ne Tony Akwa atwitwi nkɔmmɔ
na bɔ assemblyman former assemblyman no aka bebree mentumi nka nkɔ baabi a na mmom na yɛsrɛ ɛne agric minister Honorable Elect Opoku sɛ ɔmmoa yɛn na nkrɔfo no wɔn di yɛn hwam akyɛ 6 years ni yɛn kwara nyina gufie yɛnyɛ bi fan hwa bosia me a me gyina ha me kasa nyina me yare ma bɔ ha ma ne kora ti stress example ɔmo me kakra na se sika na nya ready kora me fa hwɛ mo yare ɔmo afie me
adeɛ baako a ɛyɛ ya no sɛ Gensafo da yɛ bɛ 6 years ni ɔmo kan yɛ fu a ɔmo sɛ ɔmo tia yɛ ka ɔmo nti aka na akɔpemɛnɛ ɛna ifu ho no ba yɛ na ɛwɔ hɔ nyinaa no sanse ɔmo aka nti obia kura mu
eyi ɛyɛ kuafo a wɔn ɛwɔ sɛhwe
yɛntoa ensam no so na yɛmbɔhwi nkɔ hafo mantem no emu amanebɔ ene sɛ kyesɛ nsubura ne bi atɔ ɛwɔ hafo mpatem nam so ɛma kyesɛ nkrɔfo adan suku adan ɛnde ɛso pepa ɛnya asɛm kuma akosua foruwa amanfo ɛto amanebɔ yi so ɛde amayɛn
Subrantam ene mframa jampanturo bi ama ne homne so ɛwɔ apramade nanwada nam so amasabre wo manfo dodo no a ɛna wo mo adan ɛso apapa ama wajapade dodo no asɛe nam so ama school adan ene bungalows ahododo no a ɛso apapa head teacher wada apramade basic school ano owura aboaje Mensa Felix ɛde atudwa ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɛsan subrantam no a ɛtɔ yɛ no ɛntie no ama akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ no dodoɔ no a ɛna wɔn akadeɛ ne nneɛma hodoɔ yɛ a wɔde ɛtena deɛ ne nyinaa asɛesɛe.
ɛdan no a teachers no ɛdam no quarters no ɛfa ɛdan no nyinaa yɛ wɔn nyinaa ɛyɛ edumienu ɛfa deɛ ebugui ɛna nyaka no so roofing ne nyinaa so asɛe na baabi ebugui ne deɛ ntaadeɛ ne TV ne fridge a wɔwɔ deɛ ne nyinaa asɛe. And so far, as we speak right now, you need baby better at the moment.
And what you know, assembly member of war a self-room Apramade electoral area, when we young for Mana Mustafa, Eddie Sredi Aqua Ama, or Mashibegani, when we young for Collins Dauda, any at to Rencham Abwa for say, the every day, I just say one of Eba or more Emwa.
Yes, no one abu allergic or not. I say, yes, there is a woman and I, and Tintia, Ewo Apramade. Mayina or may ye your mind for a day if you hire me. Yes, Renadumo and Penny for say, yes, almost and what be a lot. As I say, or Modern Bueno, or 1 year, 1 day, in plain day. And my your best NGOs and Penny was speaking out when you know, say, when I casa a woman, I say, yes, say, one boy, now your mind for a day, a point here, Aplamadi for 1 year a day, altitude echo Musam.
No crackramona, womanphobia, woman and war a quanima, woman a kind, you know. Ede woma kosem eto yaman boni sule dramani enim
enema akoso no chese ehumbi kwansi wabakose mu kumada enti de ka che yempanyimfo anasa aban se they are good abro yes aji yes mo mumra no meboy
me no me nyina se me mabus ni nyina atade a hye me kwa na ade aka wo me bisika na dem 2000 no so aho me na me ma yanya ba bia beta nti yesra ban ane yampi kolenda so ma mebo anya se de aye mo bo wa pemedi wa mebo ya yasama reko
na se we ayaturenche matu ade hye wo apramade na mote ho amane we
Mami Fasidan Koma Solak Natural Clinic ose mimisa ose mo ye mia na wo ho aye denga mamu no ose mi ga chiro se mo hwehwe na kira kwa no betimi abo amefe marima no so prostate hu sem ose ye mra no bebo aye mi na kira kwa ewo enkranga kokomlemle oben Harvard Senior High School no betimi afre no ewo 055-393-2631 na let's talk educational consult impanyifu se mi kan chiro se won akira kwa ewo Teshinungwa Estate Honmo a wo ben Lejekuku Municipal Assembly no na fe no wa wo ba nya busumi si adere kwa afa ne brewon na obehwe ubani ye akire na ade ye pa ubetimi afre 0249069821 na edu heba mpanyifu se minka kire se one headquarters nankasa no ewo mankesin befi krom esanse SMB test no ebueye papa marimedru entikopebi na to nantimi emwao na wabebue ni branch ni bi nso ewo dock official town a won ewo kwashi ahinku street ne so ubetimi afre dog 02010442221 na Ostek Real Estate mpanyifu se minka kire se won sase amanso twibiara ni ho a ebi wododowa ayikuma asabi doyumu afienya dowenya ene Shy Hills no also betimi abeto bi esanse akwan nyina no won ayi dida nsunsu ebi wo ho kane agina ne nanso eti fre 0244 684 069 and 0240 933 748 and 0266 101 406 Power Specialist Herbal Hospital mpanyimfu se mi kan kire se bomoding na bra na hepatitis A B C no wo mu entu ase infa ema bia na ode no eye fatty liver me pacho ne nyina no obetumi abua ye papa eye ne nyinara edi efihio nti bomoding na hwehwe won akira kwan na wo mu a uyo bia na busumi abiesa wo se ubunsa nso no emaye me pacho tie bia na ye fibroid ko powerful kache no ntu ase infa mawo won ewo jirikagiri eye marimedru papa enti pabi nanom esanse won adrupa no eye Food and Drugs Authority mpanyimfo nso aje atum me pacho obehu won akira kwan won kan ha won ewo kwabenya ACP Kwantiponi so Power Hospital bus stop wa ene obutu kumase feyasi bosontwe Kwantiponi so ene biaya ye frɛ no se edu ya junction no eho ene obutu ewo kumase takrade won ewo Anaji Estate wo ben eye Ahatama Rural Bank no ubetimi afra 0244 544 442 and 0200 383 831 and 055 797878 na nyankopon yadomo ochina eya fofida eya da omangana yenya yemfa hodi etinia ewo honi mipacho tiemiye esanse Moses mpanyimfu se minka kire se ne etibia no wobeye free screening ewo won branches na ewo Adenta barrier new site ho efe Accra Hanom Accra Central so won ehye Ghana Highway Authority won yard num ene efe ajekojo bia eben eye school for the death no ewo Ashaiman Potem ene efe Kumase ahenema kokobin enti munyina mumra ho imeye free screening ibi enti Moses o se minka kire se brebinti bia wa bedru Medina Potem anase wakodu Tem Potem ne bia wa yira ubetimi afre 0244 068 447 0244 068 447 na 3P garlic mixture no me pamocho garlic mixture papa ye dru papa esanse Dr. Prince Motote wotete uni ye ewo KNUST enti o se minka cho se kasemro so nya de papa general body pains enti obi biara mra obehwe obari mebi na nafu ya kese obia nso wonyem nso wafu ya kese me pacho pe 3P ni bi nanom na ebetumi abua ye pa bo ho nso akakere bi o se dwonso de no nya de pa enti kokanshi kofisam kotobi tema community 5 fo munko leti George Akachi Medina ni St John's so munko health alert shop Ashaman ye Equit Pharmacy na kaswafo munko Tribe of Judah ubetumi afre Piwak ewo 0248 928 824 and 0201 000 021 Sabashaba Center ewo La Paz New Market wa enobutu Dr. Saba osemika kire say mo a sebio mo sexual weakness anasa wo ho ayedinga mo no dogs semika kire say hwehwe no betimi aboa uye odrobeni so ho kakra bi uka hyen ya usisi eya ya mipacho kope Sabasco bites nanom na muao minka ne bebre Kotama Community 1 Alaji Moro akachi ho benye bi ato okanshi ubenya Sabasco bites ni bi ato Kingswalk Adenta ya Dental Pharmacy Ashaman eye Equus Pharmacy Medina ya Baywatch Fredog was 050 006 4000 and 050 006 4001 na misa kano ena no meka kire mo misi ochina nyankopon ya doma eya fofida eyeda omangana yenya yemfa hodi enti XYZ Broadcasting Limited eye simple eye tietia eye chede eye freedom edition yenya fa hodi no yepese ye cha usika ni oba ye anen on mobile phone no ntise mede na kura mi won fa sisia na dial star 274 star 10 hash won ne twa keke ba ku bia yebati utengana cedis pa we enya yibia so simple tititia enti ye ne sa esanto obetime win to the tune of 20,000 Ghana cedis can't it is kind of 200 million pay no beden ipacho bomali natwa na won suso no niam nkoso ye efa ema Ruta product nso wo gwaso ipacho mumpe bi na moto Ruta misha no malaria dro titanic no eno ye typhoid ene fe Ruta life no so ukuru ni pedrenum fi biara e boost immune system no fresh 0244 503 443 na pedro bi na to na entimi mu na wapomudem sem enkonkan na Haxa Misha no mepamucho edruwe ya disempanifu aje atumiye papa etipomoden obi wa ho odidi nso onye kesida bi wo ho na je odidi aduan su koto ne yema ose ne yefun ye ne yawo mepacho bia na wanya osa enru nyina no ye osa edru na FDF nso aje atum etipomoden na pebi na to na edru nyina no Haxa Misha na efe ni capsules no ubenye bi ato ewo Okanshi Draglin Repatch Ventures bi wo Hallo to be wo Medina card pharmacy tema ubenye biato wo Little George Akachi wo community 5 NFA kaswa munko ju card pharmacy inchiremu fufuru bia na ohia na opedo wetua no afre 0240 238 310 and 0203 822 855 na wafa letting se minka nche se mumra na kachi wate esan se mubanya healthy juices ahoro bi se carrot bi wo ho turmeric wo ho ginger bi wo ho blueberry bi wo ho wafa se minka nche se na dupa ni nyinara ya de mpanifu aje atum eti mumra na kachi e wotema community 5 wafa se minka nche se nu fufura yi ni ti nyinara mumra na kachi mubenya bi ato merima tofe no ebi wo ho fe wafa Little George e wo 0243 140 213 na kopenu pepe bi eto Koa Misha bi wo ho Koa Plus bi wo ho Dominion powder bi wo ho Sabasco bites nso ubenye bi ato e wo na aso ho ansa na metwa me hutia aba no mamenka fo Spanish garlic mixture no efa ma ne capsules mi pa cho utina sikakra na nanga ho na enya depa obere mayonga unam krom wakohia abebe upese ukabribi kire no wanum enkoye halitosis enkoye unemu ho tina ya fofida yentu boys efo ye be ye niam okrom etibi pa cho sebio halitosis gas beba bi cho etibomoden na Spanish garlic mixture no eni ni capsules ni bi nanom de ubi ochire no abega James akura se ya udu hu ade amayo arthritis na fe bia na ubu nsa moja ne meyi a mepacho copper Spanish garlic mixture ne capsules ne bi nanom netimi mu a hallo se ba obenye bi ato okanshi tinated bi wo ho repatch bi wo ho widama bi wo Equus Pharmacy House of Drugs Jukat Pharmacy Dependable Herbal Home wo Medina ne fe koforiduafo Munko Benob and fe Gapsin Pharmacy upedudu etua no offer 0266 114111 0266 114111 na pe edupebi na to omanga deshi umame nkope X natural mineral water ne bi na minu ya bia ye beba sisi atwen ye
Yefemna na kwa me taxi driver na enkane na misisi eso misisi ama kamena
Yadamase esanso ema munyina akwa babiam yatoa ensem no eso yatoa so de na ese abumodi de ni akyeremu ewo sehwi bodi na nanam wo sehwi bodi de adesede atudwa na omo esese ganama mpanyi modern enwese eye agenda 111 no obehwe asiesi omo de ne kama de amom na nsem no nana yawo amwa enedi edom nanim a ode sansem yi atudwa
ye hia ye pa nana se nana ene mpanyifo ese ye mfanto anim na enkoto yewura man mpanyini John Dramani Mahama said ye dikai jen agenda 111 hospital nana ne mpanyifo anisu ade hunu say yewura man mpanyini obeti huduma e dia maye ehia pa because so bi yare wo bodi ha ye shedan ni ayaresabia titiri bia e wo ha nipa no e kwa clinic ya disa e refer ko ju aboso oduru ju aboso na ye ya disa okoji na nyame adom na se ye ya agenda wa ha na se aban antimi anwie na ya to abama no ye nso betimi ayenti na eto ma no wa bai onye agenda 111 enfamaye
na we anensama nana yawo amoa ade tudwa onokopie mu ewo sehwi bodi na nanam atrankonga so odi makotene pa ene osesa agenda 111 de ese omode omunsaka omunwieye na owura John Dramani Mahama ne naban owura Minta Kando ese edi anim health minister onhwe na omunsiesie ne kama emfa emom
bridge bi ewa twuma emponua mesinu mu wesantimantemu na sabre ye ne morikasa no bridge no wo si ase ye pa nti osuafo a ono no hwa kwantipong senso ahyese yentumu se ne be ya wo betimi ayensiesie ewo ho ansa na won afiase eyusu ewo ho nana adwoa ewa manebo ntuaso
Adishia womo ewo kotokuomu eno ewa chumamponua mensinu mu asantemantamu echiremu am ensamso a wofaso akoniabedie contemporantem na yade asesede ensamso na gye ne ho kra tesemfre bebrenie enyade ensiesie bi atimi akoso wo honom nanso namso ama enei wosofo na hwe akwani akwantempo so akonsrahwe ewo mpotemo no ednani akwakohwe a wochiremu a ensamso no eyade a womo etumu ka nkwa ka ma sede be ya ensiesie mapa ebetimi akoso adishia wo mpotemo nom akye na dwene ekwanya bridge se wo yewie besi aboa wo
bridge ne die stage ne wom ne die emwaye kra enti bridge no ye dia tumpenifu anim road minister ene Ashanti regional minister na no poye o mabansra hwe ya behwe bridge no se ne sitie o ma hye bo se sesia ne die o mo betu bridge nim for now na o ma hwe ekwanya ebetimi aboa amaye nso yatimi afa so akopie me okuro kesim
ayemjihye wo so pa se ugina se na obi nam so a utake manhwa unko unam so de unhu niye ne mo wase na obi nam so a obon se edre pa se nche ase pol na wo na ena da fom no abu nti bambo bia ni nche ho
Waswafo a wano no hwe akwan ni akwantempo ho nsam so eyo numanyamfo Kwame Governance okopie mu ewo kotokuo mu nsam so asesede agye ne ho a ne sama akonya bedie abo adehye wo mpotem ho nom sade adwonso abo akokɔ no wode to anim so obehwe na to a yato bridge ni mu asese akonya ba enkoma biem no na animu ya no womo aye ne kama sade be ye beboa ama adehye wo mpotem ho nom so wo ho atimi ahenhan wo mo.
This is through the money we need to pay for this. Yes, this is the money. We can do a lot of work on this project.
No so for hia kwantempo so kwa no no kwa ne kwa ye woni asante mantam so for eyo nmunyamfo Dr. Frank Amwakohene e de kopie mo ho no so e de nsem sei e na tudwa
ye ne timamufuo ne ahemfo ho ahia ahwe bridge no ene ye de contractor site ye so omonye e ho adwuma no emaye ya close bridge no so ana eno ase de me ne yura otufo se de tukan no ekwan na ya close ni ntia divert e de free e ho de akofa dom ya abrawe so kunsu
eyi eye nanadwoa amanebo eno so ne begina na nanadwo fa no Sabram Kasiebo ye de beso mo TV XYZ Power 97.9 F Radio XYZ no ha na ye de nyinara ebesi e de amamo Umar Ibrahim aka Dugu de mo wajo so hwe yen meeting de Accra Kofi Dakon nanadwo fe mene
akuya Grantema
ye de masema monity ni hwe
kan